Who look?
Not me. I'm on vibrate.
That's me.
Okay, just look straight ahead. Whoever asked you the question. All right.
So what do you have so far?
Well, the situation is still kind of sketchy, the information as it comes in. Apparently what happened, there was a film crew that, that gathered at the top span of the Skyway. They apparently tied one anchor point with a rope, went down about 250 feet and tied it back up the other way. Their intentions were to swing like a pendulum. And part of the film crew was actually in a boat in the water, and they were filming the activities of these 5 individuals when the rope broke. A couple of them sustained pretty serious injuries. One of them had a massive contusion to their left chest. Right now they're in the hospital and they're ruling out a possible pneumothorax. The other ones had injuries to their shoulders, possible concussions, things such as that. 2 of the other victims are relatively stable.
What hospital?
They all went to Bayfront, if I understand correctly. There were 5 victims, 4 of which we actually had contact with when we arrived on scene in this particular marina. The 5th victim apparently fled the scene, so we've not had contact with that individual.
You know who the film crew was?
I'm told that the film crew was an independent crew. They were actually filming for one of the magazine-type television shows that they have.
So is there anyone missing right now at this time?
There's still one individual missing, not in the water. We have every reason to believe that he was on the boat. He was on the boat that actually brought them back. Our fire rescue boat, St. Petersburg Fire Rescue, intercepted them in the water, and they simply followed them back. It was about a 30-foot Scarab-type boat, and when they arrived at the marina, the 5th victim actually got off the boat and took off before our boat could actually follow them in.
How long ago did this happen?
The call came in at 7:45. Now, the funny thing is that the cellular phone calls into the 911 center, apparently they could not identify which bridge. So Tampa Fire Department, as well as the Coast Guard, were checking the Gandy Bridge, as well as the Howard Franklin. And then they requested our assistance to cover the Skyway, and when we got to this location, we found them. So it took a couple minutes or so for us to actually coordinate our efforts and find the victims.
And what's your name?
I'm Chief Wimberly, St. Petersburg Fire Rescue.
And your first name?
Jim.
And how do you spell your last name?
All the boats are accounted for. One of the boats, I'm told, sustained pretty major damage and was taken on water. But yeah, we're confident that we got everyone and that we've accounted for everyone.
What were can you describe what the jumpers were doing and who actually was injured? Is it the jumpers or the film crew that got injured?
No, it was actually and I wouldn't say jumpers, they actually were, I guess you would call them swingers, yeah. They apparently attached either a bungee cord or some type of cable at 2 points, from what I'm told, to create a half moon. And they were going to swing about 250 feet below the Skyway when the cable broke. And it threw them to the ground, or threw them to the water, actually, and that's where the injuries were sustained.
And did this include part of the film crew or part of the swingers?
Just those who were actually on the line.
And that's the swingers then?
Yeah, the swingers.
The film crew was all on the boat.
The film crew was on boat, exactly.
I noticed there's people who are in the back of the patrol cars. Who are they? Are they the swingers? Are they the jumpers? Or
No, all of those people that were involved on the rope or the line are actually either in the hospital or the one individual still unaccounted for. The rest of those individuals in the backs of the cruisers either have information or they're part of that film crew.
Okay. What will they be charged with?
I have no idea.
Can charges be brought against anybody on this? I mean, what kind of charges can you bring up on it?
Again, I mean, that would be a question for law enforcement. Yeah. I really don't know.
What types of evidence are still back there that you still looking for?
Yeah, I'm not in a position to discuss that.
I'm going to give you a bite. I'm going to give you something to swing off the bridge. They were going to swing parallel to the bridge. At about 60 or 70 feet above the water, the cable snapped. All the people ended up in the water. We have 1 female who left here in critical condition. We have at least 3 other males that were also injured. They've all been taken to Bayfront Hospital. And right now we're in the process of conducting a felony investigation into possible charges of culpable negligence. There apparently was a professional film crew here filming the incident. It was planned. Right now we have video in our possession of the actual jump.
Who are these people? What do you know about them?
We don't have any names released right now. We're told they came in. They're not from Joe Is right now. We really don't.
What do you know? I mean, about the
Why were they doing
planning and the event itself?
From what some of the witnesses were telling us, they were doing it to sell the video to some type of television show. We have in our possession right now a professional TV type of camera that's used by a television crew, and supposedly contains video of the jump and the accident.
Who would be charged with negligence in this?
Well, there's a possibility of negligence charge to all those involved. There's also a specific charge for jumping off the bridge. We'll be looking at that, and we probably will not be making any charges tonight. The people who actually made the jump, as I said, they're all in the hospital right now, and the other people who are involved in this and who conspired to bring this thing off could also be charged.
You know who these people are, obviously. Are they known for this?
Just an hour or two into the investigation, we know that there were 4 people taken to the hospital. There's a possibility that there were actually 5 people involved, but right now we're going to assume that there were just 4.
Are you doing a search in the water for a 50?
No, we're not. We believe that we have all the people who are involved. There's no one missing right now.
Who was there? I mean,
The sport boat was also there and had a cameraman on board, and he's the one that actually made the rescue.
How many people were involved in this?
Upwards of